Welcome to the Stanford Lee Show. This week, it's true, a severed head story. I think mixing in folklore is really something enriching, where you get a sense of the culture and music. And I was discovering a lot of folklore when I was researching Oaxaca, Mexico. And it's a very interesting place. And yeah, you saw the mask. They're known for their traditions, Day of the Dead and festivals and stuff. But yeah, to really understand a culture, you've got to kind of get in touch, I guess, with its folklore. And Oaxaca was very interesting. It's really down south in Mexico. And they say it's become kind of commercialized, but I think it still has a lot of its heritage and tradition that attracts people to go there. Great food, great stories and sights, and great music. I mean, you might, if somebody says, best music in the world, what comes to mind? You might think of a great concert hall like, the Carnegie Hall or Albert Hall, or think of a great singer like Bocelli or something. They may have some of the greatest musicians in the world. I'm not kidding. It's like they're known for this kind of music. It's kind of influenced a lot of popular folk stuff in Mexico they call banda, and I don't know if I pronounce any of this correctly, but their tuba playing is outstanding. Like, they have got the groove going on with the tuba. And if you're kind of into, I haven't really watched all these shows, but like you hear some of the different music in Narcos or some of these shows, you get like a taste of it. But to really get a taste of that music, it's, if you can see some of the videos, like if you're on YouTube like you are here, look it up. It's an incredible place. Yeah, I'm trying to, just play different music and not just rock or funk or jazz. So I was working on this tune, La Sanduga. Forgive my pronunciation, but one of the songs from that region. It's kind of a sad tale of a mother's loss. And to go along with this tragic theme is an interesting story, how the region kind of united itself. Because there was, in pre-Spanish times, a lot of division, between different warring tribes. And I can't pronounce some of the names, but like the Mixotecs or Zapotecs. So yeah, we'll keep that in there, but you can all laugh at me. But imagine two tribes that they're fighting each other. And so the daughter was to be given to one of the tribes after they were defeated. They were in this great battle. They were always like back and forth, doing something and not getting along. So the king offers the daughter as a tribute to this other village. Well, it's terrible. He did that, and then they go and they sacrifice her. Basically, they cut off her head and leave her body, and the head's just gone. I can kind of imagine that because of, I guess, just my expectations, after, some of the tales I have of the Mayans and Aztecs. I don't know, I just kind of imagine like hearts being ripped out or, heads being lopped off for sacrifices. I don't know why. With this story, I was really fascinated by kind of the beauty of it. I mean, the way this happens is kind of a miracle. So one of the villagers is, kind of out, and this is after the Great War between these tribes, and is going along in the fields and discovers this beautiful exotic flower. Then looks closer and notices a glint of gold in the sunlight and kind of digs a little bit. And perfectly preserved is the head. So it's the head of the Princess Donati. But it's a miracle because it's totally intact. What happened was, and this is very important, was he was able to bring the head back and then have it united with the body and then buried properly. And I think that could have ramifications into afterlife too, but it's, according to those customs. But what it did was it kind of, the unity of this story and this miracle kind of, I guess at that point, kind of brought the villagers together. And, there's many legends about it. And yeah, so look for the stories and music. It's, some of it's really bizarre and, kind of, gruesome, I guess, in some ways, but really interesting. I think that's something that, maybe we could learn to embrace because I think in a kind of bizarre way, it gives us kind of a different perspective of life to where we value it. Because we kind of deny it in a lot of ways that are really fake, I guess, but we do walk that line between life and death. And some of the festival stories and customs kind of bring those two sides together in a way, just like the two parts of this body are brought together and then made whole again in the story. So I wanted to, just share a little bit of music, and I was able to kind of do some music on saxophone and the bari. Nothing like the great players of Oaxaca, but just capture a little bit of this song. So I hope you enjoyed hanging out and listening to me tell stories and do some music. And while you're checking out our social media, take a look there and give us a like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. But we also have releases of music, information about gear, different interests that we talk about on the show, and merchandise. And I think you'll really enjoy it. And thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time on the Stanford Lee Show.